Colombo, Sri Lanka, international human rights groups are urging Sri Lanka's new president to immediately order security forces to cease all unlawful use of force against protesters who have been demonstrating against the government, for months, over the country's economic meltdown. A day after President Ranil Wickremesinghe was sworn in Thursday, hundreds of armed troops raided a protest camp outside the president's office in the early hours of Friday, attacking demonstrators with batons in a move that Human Rights Watch said sends a dangerous message to the Sri Lankan people. Security forces arrested 11 people, including protesters and lawyers. Urgently needed measures to address the economic needs of Sri Lankans demand a government that respects fundamental rights, said Meenakshi Ganguly, South Asia director at Human Rights Watch, in a statement released early Saturday. Also condemning the attack, the rights group Amnesty International said it is shameful that the new government resorted to such violent tactics within hours of coming to power. The protesters have a right to demonstrate peacefully. Excessive use of force, intimidation and unlawful arrests seem to be an endlessly repetitive pattern in which the Sri Lankan authorities respond to dissent and peaceful assembly, said Kyle Ward, the group's deputy secretary general. Wickremesinghe, who previously served as Prime Minister 6 times, was sworn in as president a week after his predecessor, Gotabaya Rajapaksa, fled the country after protesters stormed his residence. Rajapaksa later resigned while exiled in Singapore. Sri Lankans have taken to the streets for months to demand their top leaders step down to take responsibility for the economic chaos that has left the nation's 22 million people struggling with shortages of essentials, including medicine, fuel and food. While the protesters have focused on the Rajapaksa political dynasty, Wickremesinghe also has drawn their ire as a perceived Rajapaksa surrogate.